I'm just so stoked and honored to have this light worker, this soul, this epic human being, this man, this leader who is awakening people around the freaking world. Just definitely someone who I aspire to be more like. So definitely stay tuned because JuanPa is going to bring the fire. Juan Pablo Barahona is a champion, okay? So I'm talking to you because you're becoming your greatest possible self. However, I can support you in becoming the best version of yourself even more. Let's discuss it. Let's figure it out. Whether it's staying tuned to the 12-hour marathon, whether it's being a guest on the marathon, sharing your message, or even getting to this retreat, this leadership experience that JuanPa is doing and putting on, whatever that next step is for you, do it. Take the freaking leap and you will grow into your greatest possible self. So thanks for being here. I love you. So much love for you, okay? The next thing is our iTunes review of the week. And this week it's by, I believe it's Jen Hudgens. Jen says, love this podcast. This podcast is so motivating. I love the caliber of guests and the energy Chris brings to the show each and every time. Jen, thank you so much. I appreciate you, Superwoman, and thanks for tuning in. If you want a chance to get shouted out on a future marathon, go to beyourgps.com/iTunes or search Greatest Possible Self on the Apple Podcast Store and go give us a review. Let us know what you love, what you want to see more of, and how we can improve the show for you. And definitely subscribe while you're there so you can get all the latest updates and episodes. I'm going to bring on Juan Pablo in just a second here. You are going to leave this conversation so fired up and just activated, so definitely stay tuned all the way through till the end because one of these ideas, one of these concepts, one of these experiences or moments has the power to change everything for you. So grab a piece of paper, be ready to take notes, be ready to implement and act on what you hear in this conversation. Let's introduce him, then we'll bring him on the screen. Juan Pablo Barahona, JuanPa, is a transformational leader, speaker, visionary, holistic yoga teacher, shaman, healer, coach, and he started his path of personal development, shamanism, and spirituality when he was 9 years old after a family health crisis. And from then on, he got obsessed with breaking free from all limiting beliefs. JuanPa uses science, healing, arts, and mindset tools to upgrade his life and then support his clients in all aspects of their life, every area of their life. He worked with shamans from all over the world and incorporated all his teachings with his other studies on quantum physics, kinesiology, neuroscience, mindset, NLP, hypnosis, holistic medicine, Tantra, Toltec Philosophy, Qigong, yoga, breathwork, meditation, Reiki Mastery, sound healing, energy matrix, and other healing modalities. This dude's like practically floating. He has been on an entrepreneurial path of teaching inner mastery, empowerment, mindset, and deep soul purpose for over 20 years, leading inspirational talks, workshops, retreats, immersions, teacher trainings around the globe, traveling over 20 countries a year, supporting leaders, entrepreneurs, influencers, visionaries, and game changers step deeper into their game and expand their infinite potential. He is an eternal student of love and life, and has found his passion and purpose in empowering others. And we are blessed to have JuanPa with us today. Are you ready to rock the house, my man?
Yes, my brother. I'm here with you.
Dude, let's go. Let's awaken, man. We are live on Becoming Your Greatest Possible Self. We're going to dive into this epic conversation, man. We're starting off with transformational travel, JuanPa. What does that mean to you, transformational travel?
Well, I feel it's very important, right? Many times we get caught up in like our homes, our own routine. And it's so important to just get off it, like disconnect, go into the adventure, open up to the possibilities of what you learn when you travel, when you let go, when you surrender, when you trust, when you start listening, your inner voice, who to talk to, where to go, what to do, what feels right. Like it becomes transformational. And the travel can be inside. That's what we teach, right? Through meditation, through all this work. But it's also important to do both, right? And that's why a transformational retreat is really about how can you inner travel while you travel somewhere in the world and do something amazing for you and the whole humanity.
Dude, I love it. I love it, man. We're fired up. So you're doing so much epic work in the world, man. How would you communicate what you're doing for your clients today in your own words? How would you communicate that, man?
Man, I just simply feel I help them. I reflect to them their full potential, who they are. I help them see their blind spots, which is sometimes so hard, but do it in a way with love, in a way to almost invite them to see themselves. So it's instead of taking their power away and me having the power, on them depending on me, it's actually giving them the power to understand that their leader inside, their inner master is waiting for them. to say yes and to start listening to the signs of the universe or life, so they can go deeper into their purpose and to who they are, and they can awaken their full potential.
Bro, I love it. I love it, man. This is gold. And I really love how you're reminding people that we always had the power within us. We always had that inner master within us to activate, man. And I think a lot of people are waiting for someone to come along and save them. And so what a refreshing message that we've always had everything that we need within us, man. So awesome.
Everything, right?
Dude, so powerful. So JuanPa, let's go back in your journey, man. Let's talk about, like, I think it was like 8 or 9 years old. You had to like step up and, you know, like really take responsibility for your life. Tell us about that, bro.
Man, yeah, it's almost like life brought me to this space of like, you do it or you die, you know, almost. It's like I was a normal kid, just like having fun and having like the best relationship with my brother. He was like my father almost. Like my father wasn't in the house, so I loved him as nobody else. And one day he just started with epilepsy, and it was a very severe epilepsy that doctor said he's dying in one or 2 years. And we're just like, no way. Our whole family got together and we did everything we could to, man, this is not happening. We're just not tolerating this. This is a belief, and we know there's something more. So we opened up. You know, my parents were already spiritual and into the spiritual world, but we really went into like meditation, Tantra, nutrition, healing, shamanism, like everything. We traveled all over the world working with the best shamans. And slowly they brought him back until, well, that was 40 years ago. You know, now he's 49. It's amazing what's happening, you know, in life, and how we can break free from these beliefs, and how that opened me into my purpose and what I loved. And it was all about breaking free from limiting beliefs, which is the first thing since we're born. When we bring the limiting beliefs of our parents, right? That's where we start, and we make them our normal. And then from there, whoever you relate to, you're receiving like a sponge all these limiting beliefs that are not ours. So how can we set ourselves free from that and start flying from our core, from our soul?
Dude, I love it. So you had the parents, thank God you had the parents around you, the environment around you to help you evolve through that phase and recognize you are your own, you know, master. You're the creator of your reality. How did things evolve from there on your journey of being, you know, all the amazing things that you're doing, being an entrepreneur, a coach, shaman, like all these epic things, hosting retreats? How did things evolve from there, man?
Man, I went full on. I loved it. And I went full on, like almost being the perfect angel of the family, you know, meditating, doing yoga, drinking smoothies, getting everyone, you know, into it and motivating it, because I felt almost like the weight was a lot on me, because my brother couldn't give anything. And my parents were really suffering. Even though he was getting better, it was a very hard time. And, you know, we would sleep in a double bed, and I would wake up every night 7 times a night to you know, help him out. And I was doing almost like the father of the house, because my mother was drained, she was destroyed, and I really had to get my things together, you know. So I played a lot the role of the strong of the family, you know, the savior. And that messed me up, man. Like when I was 15, I started like almost exploring different ways of spirituality. I started, you know, exploring with certain substances and, you know, smoking here and there, or doing medicinal mushrooms, just to open myself up and look for other options, because I was really drained and I didn't know, like, meditation and yoga just wasn't enough for me. So, man, I got lost a little bit in this world of substances. Yeah. Not too long, you know, maybe 2-3 months, but it was enough for me. Like, this is not the way. Wow. I'm really like in the dark side. I went to the extreme of like feeling super disconnected, actually. From feeling super connected to super disconnected, feeling hell. I found myself with a knife on my wrist, wanting to just disappear from this life. I'm nobody. I'm nothing. I'm worth for nothing. I'm not good enough. I failed to my parents, like the whole story, you know? Yeah. And I remember just lying on the ground, letting go of the knife, and just crying for like 3 hours. Everything I haven't cried for like 5 years, whatever amount. And then I called my father for help. And that's where my really deep personal development, spiritual path started. You know, when I was humbled enough to say, like, you know what? I want to honor my humanness, my vulnerability, all those parts. I don't have to be perfect. I don't have to be the perfect angel in the family or for myself. I don't need to go to any extreme. I just want to find myself and find, my spirit and my soul and my purpose. And I started like spiritual community. I went for 4 years. I became the leader of the community. And that's when I found like leadership and helping others in a real way, in a very human way, to help them like see themselves, love themselves, and open up to their full potential in a very grounded, no woo-woo way, So that's when really my journey, I would say, started.
Dude, that's so rad. So you became the leader of this community, and that's where you like really got those grounded kind of conversations and really helping people in humanity in this like 3D world. Like, how do you deal with life? How do you deal with people? How do you deal with like, relationships and stuff? So that was a big part for you. How did you grow into your entrepreneurship journey?
Oh, from there, I was like, I just started, I went to this community, then I came back and I'm like, I really want to study this because it was a lot of personal development and spirituality, but I wanted more science. I was craving for science. What happens in the body when I help somebody heal? What happens? Where are the emotions in the body? I started like learning like how to biohack the body in the best way because I get obsessed, with everything I do. I go full on or nothing. I'm not halfway, and I'm like, okay, let's study kinesiology, Chinese medicine, Ayurveda, yoga, like Tantra, paraphysics, metaphysics, man, go into like energy matrix, hypnosis, NLP, like everything you could imagine, quantum physics, quantum biology. Like I went obsessed, brother. And it just started growing and growing. I started seeing how everything was related. Also, the arts and the music that I love. I am a musician. I sing. I play drums. I play guitar. I love getting people also into their artistic part. I feel that's the connection to the soul. And many of us have put that to the side. So I went deep into sound improvisation and into sound healing and into how to use the voice to alter different states of consciousness and how to use all these methods that I just loved for myself. But then all of a sudden, I just started sharing them with all, people around me, my community. I had a beautiful healing center. And all of a sudden I was, like with a huge business. I became entrepreneur by default. I never was into like, I want a business or I want to be an entrepreneur. I just was because that's what I loved. And I did it all,
Yeah. Yes. So it's like people were coming to you. They wanted the value that you had to give, the transformation, the healing, all these benefits. And you're like, well, if people are going to keep coming to me, I might as well build something around it and have my delivery be more effective, scalable, and impactful.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I was done traveling from home to home. That's how I started,
Wow.
And I even would do trade with people. I would go and help them in whatever. I just loved what I do.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, okay, now I need to, maybe charge a little more. Now I need to get somebody to assist me. I need a place. I need like slowly started growing, but I almost was denied. I didn't want to go in that path. I just wanted the spiritual path. Then with time, I found that entrepreneurship and business and money, which is exchange of energy, was my spiritual path.
Yep.
And I was almost missing out on that path, thinking that wasn't spiritual. So that was something huge for me to burn beliefs around, I can't charge that much. Oh, this is too much. People, I just can give and I can't receive money or so much money from a spiritual, helping somebody. And then, man, I had to burn so much. It was a long journey for me to accept my greatness and the infinite possibilities in every area of my life.
Wow. Was there any tools or things, processes in particular that really made the biggest difference for you in owning your value?
Yeah, for me, I'm all about embodiment. It really helped me. Like I studied a lot of philosophy. I love reading books and I love knowing, I'm very like mind oriented and rational. And I just love, I'm a science geek, so I'm like, I want to know more and more. I had that craving all the time. But then I'm like, okay, man, I know all this stuff. And I started with the law of attraction very young and like all of this stuff. I was full on into it, like very young, into everything. My parents were into it. That's how we did everything with my brother. Like we always would connect with all this stuff. But then I'm like, man, I feel I'm missing something. And it was really like, why do I work so much on something, but I still feel like blockages in my body? I still don't feel like full energy. I still like get into certain states of like depression or sadness or not feeling inspired or not feeling drive. Even though I know so much, even though I have so much mindset, I still fall into these holes, and like almost this up and down and this roller coaster that I was tired of. And I started committing to like, let me find where is it exactly in my body. I want to learn about how to release it from my organ For my nervous system, that's related to my vortex of energy. That's the chakra or the quantum field or whatever you want to call it. You know, we are energy, but that energy is related to your physical body. So I became a geek on how the physical body is a map for manifestation, for your business, for your relationships, for anything in life. And that's what really helped me, because for me, it was very visceral, man. I would be super tapped in through my body, like feeling 100% love for life, or I would be super disconnected. I just want to eat chocolate, drink beer, and sit and watch TV. You know, that kind of extreme was, and I'm done with those patterns. I was done with that procrastination and all those ways I was self-sabotaging myself. I was done, brother. So I'm like, I need to cut this from the core. So embodiment for me was the key that then enhanced everything else I was doing.
So it's like really embodying, meaning like, hey, I gotta transmute all this energy, stuck energy, dense energy in my body so that I can be in the state that I want to be all the time, instead of just like mentally psyching yourself up and conceptually doing it, but like actually embody it and live it.
Exactly. And that works to a certain point. But when you're expanding, you touch the ceiling, and you go through breakthroughs. We all have breakthroughs. But when you haven't mastered the matter, which is your body, which is your vehicle, when you haven't mastered that, what happens is that you're going through the breakthrough, and then you're like, oh, let me just have that tons of sugar that I want. Oh, let me just go and get lost in sex. Or let me just go and get lost in whatever my weakness is. There's nothing good or bad. There's nothing bad in this world. But when we're hiding or we're numbing an emotion or something that's going through us, and we're not living it and transforming it, we keep just playing this game of roller coaster. So for me, through the body, I learned the biohacks, how to activate dormant parts of my brain, how to release the patterns that were stuck in my brain, in my whole nervous system. Until you don't understand how the nervous system works and you reset it, you can reset your mindset. But through your nervous system, you are living in survival mode. You're living in like, let me hustle, let me go for it, let me try so hard, I'm going to get it no matter what. And it's almost like you're hunting for it. And it's very draining. It drains your adrenal glands. It drains your whole nervous system. And you are like an animal hunting in life. You live in survival mode in the first 3 chakras, which is your core. So instead of feeling the power of your core, the power of being in a body, the power of being who you are, you almost get lost in the addictions and the distractions that come from not having figured out the energy of your core, and actually being disempowered by these blockages of energy that are actually physical.
Dude, so freaking powerful. So what's something that someone can do in the audience to like really start to tap back into their body and embody, the great energy, clear the blocks?
Man, I would recommend breath work. Really help me. Breath work, you gotta do breath work with somebody really good, an expert, a professional. There's so many people now, like breath workers, and they just learn and they just, they used to see the weekend retreat on a training, and now they teach breath work. Man, it's kind of crazy what's happening out there. So really be conscious that somebody can really guide you, because you can mess yourself up with breath work, or you can figure so much out because it works through the body. You're rewiring. And then just learning all the biohacks you can learn, like kinesiology really helps to rewire, the muscles with the organs, with the energy system, right? I found that Qigong really helped me, like opening up my quantum field and understanding about energy and opening up that. Yoga really helped me stretch and release like blockages from my body that were stuck, And if they want to go deeper, I would recommend do the quantum flow. That it's the method that I teach, that I put everything together. And it's a method that is 5-10 minutes a day, and you're resetting your whole nervous system and your whole organs and everything together in a very simple way. I kind of biohacked all these teachings I did for so many years to put in a system that works for entrepreneurs that have just 5 or 10 minutes to do the work sometimes,
Dude, so how do they get access to that, JuanPa?
Oh, we can pop it into that. There's many different programs they can do, from a super simple, free training to a complex. Like now we're doing a 30-day like online workshop on how to reset your whole system, your internal organs, your muscles. Like it's called Burn, Shred and Rise, and it's for burning fat and shredding your muscles, but rising from that energy. It's not only a physical body, but it's like aligning to all areas of your life with this power that comes from within. So there's different options. If people are called, we can set them into whatever they're ready for.
Cool. And they can like just message you on Facebook or visit your website, JuanPabloBarahona.com.
Exactly. Or just, message me. I love this connection. I love listening to people, where they're at, what they're ready for. I love when they message me directly, and I'm always available. Like, I always dedicate at least 3 hours to just answer all my clients, all the people that reach out from Facebook out of, that I don't even know. But I just love it. I just love supporting humanity wherever that is. So if they reach out, I really appreciate that, actually. And you'll see I'm obsessed with helping people in whatever way.
Dude, I love it. I love it, Juanpa. So I want to talk about retreats. How have retreats changed your business, your life, how you're able to serve your clients, man?
Man, I feel it's so important for people to disconnect, in order to let go of our stories that we have lived for so long. We need to disconnect, to reconnect, and to understand again who we are, what's our essence. We have been so conditioned by society and by what is right, what is wrong, what I should do, my plans since I wake up in the morning and I go to sleep. Like we're like animals. We become almost zombies in like the regular environment. So when you disconnect from that environment and you go with a teacher or a guide or different guys that are there for you to support you, it's somebody that you connect with also, not just like, oh, let me retreat for a week and just be alone. That's also good. But if you're also doing the work of biohacking, of mindset, of embodiment, of meditation, whatever that is that calls you, and you're deep into the work, you can reset your whole life in a retreat, man. Disconnecting and being in an environment that supports you with amazing people from all over the world that are doing the same, and meeting you in that space and rising together. It's just so beautiful. It's one of the things I love most in my offerings and in my life.
Dude, I love it. I love it, man. So when you're planning a retreat, what do you focus on to make it a successful retreat? How do you like design a really great retreat?
Man, this is a great question, because I know a lot of people in my life and here are wanting to design retreats. And I feel this is so important, even for the ones that are giving a retreat, right? Like it's the first thing you need is safe space and environment. People need to feel comfortable. They need to feel good. They need to feel loved. Give them the attention they need. The food must be the best, man. For me, it's like, you can't get in a high state if you're not giving the best organic superfoods. Like, for me, it goes hand in hand to everything. I'm like super, food cacao, superfood greens. Like, man, the best foods ever. I get the best. I've been in nutrition for 20 years. So I'm really focused on that, because I feel that helps people so much. The detox process and clearing their body so they can really reset at every layer, and it's not like the palate, but really giving them everything that they need to rise and to create a lifestyle, because they can go and have the best time ever, but if they go back to their lives, to the same life they had, like, what was the retreat for? It's just like drugging yourself, numbing yourself, having a great time, but you want change. You want to see the results in your life. So for me, it's give them the lifestyle they can have in the retreat. Help them feel safe and loved, nurtured. Help them feel what that feels like, what it is to feel in that environment where they can love themselves, love their bodies, know themselves even more, be in an environment that's loving, for them to question, like, why do I live in the environment I live? Why do I have the relationship I have? Why am I tolerating something less than this? This just doesn't work for me. Like, give them that taste of what life could be, so they can start changing from within and committing to being the greatest version of themselves, So give them some time to chill, give them some time to journal, to go inside. Don't bombard them too much with too much information, because again, then they're just getting lost in the outside world, and they're not taking time enough to integrate, to be with themselves, to be in nature. Do it in a place in nature where they can connect with the beauty of nature, the trees, the ocean, the mountain, whatever that is, but help them reconnect, because nature brings us to that natural state of bliss, of joy, of rejuvenation, of loving ourselves for who we are.
Dude, I love it, Juan Pablo. How do you decide on where you go? What location, what countries you go to and do these things at, man?
Man, I just love so many countries. Just it must be a place I love. I don't
Yeah.
care if that costs more or it's harder for people, or if you're doing the retreat the first time, do it maybe somewhere near home if you know your clients are not still international.
Mm.
So keep it simple. Don't play too big and try to explode when that's not your thing right now. Like keep it simple so you can bring more people and start getting good at it until you will expand it internationally. But find a nice place that you love, maybe near you where people can disconnect, but it can be 1 hour away, 2 hours away, wherever you are in your country. That's how I started with my healing community. I started taking them out, half an hour, 1 hour, 3 hours, until I started becoming international. So just a place that you love and that you feel is a peaceful place where people can feel all the conditions I talked about before, and slowly start opening up. Oh, what if I take them to a more luxurious place? Or what if I take them to, man, this dream place I want to go? Like, take it step by step, but a place where you feel in love with the place, not only because it's cheap or they're doing an amazing offer, but you're not really resonating with the place, man. You got to go first and feel it, feel good about it. So when you promote it, you're speaking from your heart, and you really know you're giving them the best of the best and not just doing it because you want to do a retreat.
Yeah, dude, I love it. So I think a part of it is like, hey, what feels good to me? What do I trust will create a safe space, a transformational space for the attendee? I'm curious, what are your thoughts around like pricing and for as far as like creating profitability from retreats? Do you have any tips or pointers on that to make it successful?
Man, I started very simple. I started like getting the cost, like speaking to the host of the place, telling them where I was at on my first retreat. I'm like, hey man, I don't even know if I can bring, like, I do the best I can. You can feel my energy. Like, let them know my passion, my enthusiasm, show them like the clients I'm already working with, let them know like, hey man, let's negotiate something, like let's find something where I can, do it in the best way, and I can support you and I can promote you and I can, I always figured out ways for me to have the best offers from the places where I was doing it.
Yeah.
I don't do it now because I love supporting the place and I give them more than what they charge me because, I do high level events. But when I started, man, it's being very humble and like really like doing whatever it takes to make it happen. Sometimes I would make, for a retreat, I would make $100 for the whole weekend. But I was so in love, brother. I can't tell you how fulfilled I feel. And I had the first one, I had 12 people. I made $1,200. But man, that was in Costa Rica, I would say 15 years ago. That was a lot of money for me, Like I could, but it was amazing. I'm like, I'm even making money doing what I love. It's like I couldn't even believe it. I celebrated so much that I gave part of it to a community of children I was working with. Like I didn't even want to take the money because I felt so good about it,
Dude.
So just start slow, start small, trust in you. Just if you really love it, like find the feel for it. Be humble enough to say, I have some clients that they've never done a retreat and they maybe studied a lot and received a lot, but man, all of a sudden they're charging so much for a retreat. And I'm like, man, you don't even have the experience to run a retreat. Why do you play the role of something you're not? Even if you know a lot, running a retreat takes experience. It's a mastery, and it only happens with time. It won't happen because of how many books you've read and how many trainings you've done. You can't learn on a training how to run a retreat. You need to fucking run it.
Yes, I love it. I love it, dude. And I love how you said start local with something that is comfortable, that is not so high risk. Because like as you get the structure, you deliver the results, you cause the transformation and, deliver that value in people's lives, then you can be confident to say, I can take this process, I can take this, system, what I've already learned, and take it to other countries where it might be a little bit more involved. You might be a little bit more expensive, more risky in terms of the price, but like start small and then build out from there. I really, really love that, man.
Yes, and from there, trust the energetic leadership. And this is something I really want to focus on this talk because we get too lost in like the marketing thing and the outside of the logistics, which is great. But if you're not aligned energetically, if you don't visualize that retreat or whatever you want as a baby, that you're nurturing it every day, that you're pouring energy into it every day, that you're visualizing it, that you're intentioning on bringing this amount of people on, connecting with the right clients that will come. Because you don't want any client in your space, to come and mess it up with their disconnection and they're questioning you and man, I've been there until man, I need to get into energetic leadership. I want to call the best of the best that will vibrate with me on the best retreat ever, that I can have a good time. It's not about the money, but I have to align at an energetic level in order to call people like that and create that space.
Wow. So I heard right there, visualizing is super important, being clear on the outcome, daily investing energy and nurturing it, seeing the perfect people there, what it feels like, what it's going to be like, what's the outcome for the people there, really getting involved from, today till the retreat and beyond the retreat, how are people's lives going to be impacted, getting connected with that, being the father of that or mother of that experience and birthing that into the world.
Yes,
dude,
I love that. And let's just give people these 3 steps that are very simple.
Yeah.
And the first one is you ground into your vision, you connect with your intention, and you're like, this is what I'm calling in, no matter what. Yeah. Write it down, journal on it. But when you journal with emotion, not just write it down with your mind. Journal, feel it, visualize it.
Breathe.
This already this feels so good. Oh my God, yes. And 10 people are coming and we're having the best time ever. And we're laughing and we're sharing and we're write it down. That get emotional. Emotions are energy in motion. Yeah. We not only need the vision and the mindset, we need to bring the emotion. Get it with your body. Oh my God, this feels so good. Yes, Yes, whatever that works. It can be yes, I feel it. It can be very soft.
Right.
People don't have to be that passionate, but feel it. It can be oh my God, yes, it's happening. Thank you. Yes,
it's bliss.
See it. Connect with the bliss of manifestation, and then know that maybe the beliefs around not manifesting that will pop up. And that's where you gotta be careful and say, okay, man, let me change these beliefs, because this is what's gonna stop you from manifestation.
Yeah.
So how do you change it? Write them down and say, oh, I'm not good enough. Oh, this is not gonna happen. People are not gonna follow me. I won't have enough amount of people. I don't know if I'm good for this. All the stuff that will come up, especially in your first retreat, you gotta burn that down. That's the work you do every day. You can do it with breath work. You can go for a run. You can just write it down and purge it from your mind. Whatever you need to do. And this is where I use the quantum flow manifestation method, because for me it's the fastest. I just do the work. I get it done. 5 minutes, it's done. The fear is gone. The doubt is gone. I transform it into energy in motion instead of being stuck energy that you can fake that it's not there and try to get the law of attraction. But if the core of you hasn't been dealt with, you are expressing that to the universe. I'm not good enough. I won't be capable, blah, blah, blah. So let go of that blah, blah, blah. Rewrite your story and then embody. The third step is embody your vision. Be that. Walk your talk. Breathe your talk. Move from that place of conviction that it's already happening. Yeah, it's already happening. Yeah. So move it. It's not just write it on your journal. Be it. Your whole day, you're acting as if that already happened. The way you move, the way you act, everything you do, man, it's go with the flow. And if again something goes in your way, work it in the moment. Don't get lost in oh my God, now what? This is again, you get lost in the story. No, man, don't tolerate getting lost in the story of your thoughts or your emotions that are not aligned with what you're calling in. It's very simple.
Wow, dude. So what I'm hearing is really get clarity on the vision, on the outcome, on the energy that you want to experience, and then realign with that on a daily basis. Of course, there's going to be stuff that comes up when we're expanding, when we're stretching into a new version of ourselves, a new vision, and to be able to process that, transmute that stuck nasty stagnant energy, shame, guilt, whatever's coming up, whatever is stuck in the body, focus on it, expand it, break through, whatever you got to freaking do, write down the limiting belief and transform it so that you can expand it out and step back into that vision. It's every single time, realign with the vision, and be relentless with it until you fulfill it.
Every single time, brother. It's the only way. Yes.
Dude.
And you know, I love also like sometimes shaking it off, like animals. You see animals when they're with a trauma. You know, when a rabbit is a dog, is following a rabbit, right? And the rabbit gets traumatized. Oh my God. And then when the rabbit is safe, you can feel it like they just shake it off. Shake it off your body. Don't get lost in like, oh man, like I need to carry this. Let me just change my mindset. You don't reset it from your body again. You will still be living in survival mode and from a place of trauma and reaction instead of a place of flow and completely receptive, amazing, energetic leadership.
Dude, I love it, man. I love it. I'm curious, how have relationships, especially I know you're in a very conscious, powerful, loving, romantic relationship. How has that impacted your life, bro?
Man, that has really helped me because first of all, like it proves to me that it's possible to manifest the partner of your dreams, man.
Dream, yes.
Man, that was huge for me. I was married, I have a son. She had 2 sons too. We worked for 10 years. The last 4 years were kind of hell, and I was pushing it and trying, doing the best I could to hold my family. I love family. I love community. We had the most amazing community. It was amazing. And I didn't want to let go of that. And I tolerated that for too long, man. I almost died. A part of me almost died till I'm like, I'm done with this. Like, I want some time. I had like 4 years or a little more of time of like, let me just clear myself. What do I really want? I am not calling in the same relationship with a different face because I know it's all about me. Relationships, everything you manifest is you. If you don't change, you're going to manifest the same person outside of you. Stop blaming it on others, and I had to be real, ground and say, okay, man, there's work to do. Yes. I'm not going to manifest the same things. It's too much. And I did a lot of work around this, man, my beliefs around relationships. Again, my energetic leadership. How did I want to show up? What is the caliber of relation I want? And what do I don't tolerate anymore in my life? How I'm not playing anymore with drama or suffering patterns and just calling in the highest version of myself, embodying that. And from there, just doing the method of manifestation that I was talking to you about, the quantum flow. That's what I use every day, man, like embodying it, doing it, and visualizing the partner of my dreams is coming. She's there. I won't put up with anything lower than this. No, it's all or nothing. Like, that's very clear, man. And there she was. There she was in that moment where I was teaching at AFES, this place of entrepreneurs from all over the world, putting you in a pedestal. And I'm like, man, no, I'm not playing with any girl here. No, I am a samurai, and I felt very clear at the end of AFES, like the last at 3 a.m. where everything was done. I connected with Regan, and man, it was 5 hours of no talk, looking at each other's eyes, doing sounds, hugging, loving each other, no sexuality, at least no kisses, nothing related to physical touch, just energy, man. And that's from there on. She came to Costa Rica. She came to teach to a training I was giving. And from there, it's just been the best manifestation process I've ever had in my life. Because first, he taught me, like, I can manifest the partner of my dreams. And then I can manifest whatever I want through a relationship. When I use the sexual energy, when I use the alchemy of what it is to be with someone, it's not only beautiful and amazing and yes, sometimes challenging. I'm not saying it's a piece of cake all the time. That's the beauty of it. Is the most advanced personal development course you can have. But if you learn how to use everything that comes up and transform it, that becomes the most powerful element of manifestation you can have in your life.
Dude, freaking mic drop, bro. Mic drop. This is so freaking powerful. I love it. I love it, JuanPa. I want to talk about energetic leadership. We mentioned it a couple times, but tell us why that's so important and what your vision is as far as energetic leadership and bringing that to the world, man.
Man, I just feel it's such an important theme. That's why I'm so focused on leadership right now, because the idea, even leadership for some people creates resistance. It's like, I'm so done with leaders. Like, who are the leaders? The politicians, the owners of the schools and the education system, the owners of the hospitals and the, medical system or health system, like our system has been messed up, has been disconnected from our truth and the truth of our soul and the truth of our full potential. So the ideas we have of leaders is related to ego, and not ego in a good way. It's like the negative side of ego, because ego can be good too. Like, it's there for a reason. There's nothing wrong with ego. There's a negative side of ego that if we don't know how to deal with it, it can guide your life, your business, your relationship in a very disconnected way from the whole truth, from the universal truth, or from the universal flow, however you want to call this energy that is there to support us and help us all win. It's a win for all. So when you connect with energetic leadership, it's not just about you and your partner and your little community or your little family. You're opening up to upgrade the whole world through this energetic leadership. First of all, doing the work yourself and knowing that everything you change on yourself, you're changing in your whole family lineage, and you're changing like a wave. It's changing in the whole humanity. So just by doing that and really committing to your own work, you're already changing the world. Let's start by that. And then from there, we're changing the paradigm of what is leadership, because, man, we're all here to be leaders. You are a leader as a parent. You are a leader as a partner in an intimate relationship. You are a leader as a teacher. You are a leader, man, just by being you in the world. Whatever you are, you're leading people into something. By being the greatest version of you, you're leading people just by energy into being the best version of themselves, or by leading on their ego. We are always leading somehow, wherever we go, whatever we do. So how are we committed? How deeply are we committed to that energy and that work inside, to be emanating that quantum energy all around us, so people can actually say, like, whoa, what is that person that came into the room? I feel that energy, that trust, that presence, that charisma, that magnetism that I can't explain, but I just want to be around them. I just want to know what they did to be who they are. I just want those codes, you know? It's like people just start approaching you and they just want to study with you. They want to be like you. They want to learn from you. They want to just share life with you, be inspired by you, you know? So this happens because you're committing to be the best leaders you can be for yourself, the best master you can be from yourself. And from there, you're teaching the world just by being.
Man. So what kind of programs, things can people be on the lookout for coming from you in the future, JuanPa? What are you going to be getting into? What are you going to dive into even more, man?
Well, something that's coming up, two things that can be amazing for people. One is, like, we're doing a relationship online workshop, which is all about manifesting the partner of your dreams using all these methods I've been talking about. So really manifesting that dream relationship you have. I'm not saying it's going to be the perfect relationship, right? Because we're humans, but it's going to be your dream relationship, because it's going to be the highest version of you and the highest version of the person you can manifest. And also for people that are already in a relationship, are going to help them, like, really embody that relationship of their dreams, take it to the next level. So that's something online that I would love to offer if people want to really get into that space of, like, personal development through relationships. This I'm doing with my partner Regan, that she's a master in hypnosis, NLP, rewiring, all these methods she's been done for so many years. And then if they want to come on live, on a retreat live, I'm guiding this wild leadership immersion in Costa Rica, in heaven. It's going to be, man, in the place where it's like right on the beach. We're in jungle. It's an eco-luxury retreat. We're in the jungle. We have a waterfall right there. It's like full acres of land and amazing herbs and stuff you can eat for yourself. We're eating from the land. We're having the most amazing nutritionists come and do, like, the best superfoods to reset your whole body, your nervous system, your organs. But this is a gourmet chef that works with the best superfoods, you know? So he'll be guiding us through all the best methods to connect again with that, the bliss of being alive, the bliss of being in a body, the bliss of being who you are. And that's why I call it energetic leadership, because you're coming back to that inner mastery, like really understanding all your gifts, your purpose in the world. What are you here for? And how can you upgrade your business, your health, your mindset, your emotions, every part of your life through these methods of energetic leadership? So it's really about connecting to your natural state of bliss, of joy, of power, of optimal flow, and all the qualities that you awaken that are already inside of you.
Dude, this is so powerful, man. When you are looking for leadership in your life, you know, someone like who challenges you to be even better, like what are the qualities that you look for? Because I'm sure that there's people in our audience who are like, I want to become the best version of me. What types of leaders should I surround myself with? So what types of leaders do you surround yourself with, JuanPa?
Man, first of all, I'm all about vibe. I love people that are that I feel good around them, you know? It's not something rational. I can be around people with, a lot of money, or people that know a lot, or that are spiritual gurus, whatever you want to call, like people that are amazing, but I'm like feeling a weird vibe. There's something underneath and I trust my gut, and sometimes it's like, it's people that are not walking their talk. They know a lot, they talk a lot, and then like you're like, oh my God, amazed. But if you really tap into what you feel in your gut, if it's a yes or a no, there's something that's not aligned. There's something that doesn't feel the highest. There's something that just doesn't resonate with me. So I follow a lot my intuition on that. And it's like, I don't care how many titles this person has, how many offers he's doing to me, how many people they know. If I don't resonate at a vibratory level, I'm out of it, man. I can't be around these people, And then for me, that's very important. And also, man, like for me, there needs to be a commitment with themselves, with being human, like loving the human part. If I feel somebody's too perfect and they're just all about, man, I've got it all together, my mindset, like I don't even have triggers, like it's all perfect, like I just deal with everything right now. I'm like, okay, I can't even open my heart with you. I can't even be human with you because you're just going to be coaching me. I don't want to be surrounded by a coach. I want to be with somebody that's like, you know what, JuanPa, thank you for that insight. I feel that part of me, maybe not in that way that you do, but in this other way, you just help me see this part of myself that I hadn't seen. Like, I love those types of conversations that are real, that we can get real with each other. And there's no masks, man. And from there, we feel the power of the universe coming through, man. You can feel safe. You can feel vulnerable. You can feel you can open yourself and high level conversations. Very open, very like all the dimensions you want, but from a human point of view.
Yeah, this is powerful, man. I'm curious for you, like enlightenment, the state of enlightenment, the beingness of enlightenment. Because when you say, I want someone next to me who says, "Hey, I got these triggers too." Would you say that enlightenment is when like there's just total bliss and peace, or is it the ability to handle the triggers when they come up?
Man, that's such a good one, because I feel people misunderstand what enlightenment is. I've had many moments of enlightenment, man. Like many in my life. And I'm like, I understood everything. I saw everything. I'm vibrating in bliss. I disappear. I am the universe. I've had those. But you get into different layers. Like there's always more. There's always more to clear about you, like about your family, like stuff that all of a sudden pops up. And you're like, man, I thought I dealt this with. And then you find out that it's stuff from your great grandfather that hasn't been dealt in the family, and it's coming through you. Man, there's really like crazy stuff, but that's why we're here on earth. We're here to clear this vessel and embody the best version of ourselves. But that means you're doing the work all the time. That doesn't mean you're killing yourself all the time. This can be fun. This can be joy. This can you can enjoy even the triggers when they come up. But as you're saying, you're learning how to navigate through them and how to actually use them. Because if there's a trigger, there is something that's blocked in your body, as we said before. So I love dealing with the triggers, not only at a mental level and saying, let me just do the mindset to transform this, but, where is this trigger in my body? Where I feel it? How can I transform it at a physical, nervous system, brain level? It's in my brain somewhere. How can I release that pattern that's being triggered and circling in my brain, in my nervous system? How can I release it and I can get better at it, get more refined, get into the inner mastery? So enlightenment is just different layers. You'll never get to a place. If you find somebody like, I'm enlightened, I have all the answers to the universe, be careful, because there's some monster somewhere inside that they're not dealing with, you know?
Wow, dude, this is so powerful, man. This has been an epic conversation, JuanPa. I want to tell people, if we can wrap it up with energy leadership, or just final takeaways, what you want people to get and implement in their life. Like, let's start with that, man. What do you want people to take from this conversation?
Man, I recommend people to be as authentic as they can, man. Start just being real. Like, how is your life right now? Like, get real. Stop playing the game of society of like, let me show my best photo and my best place where I went, and like, let's fake that our relationships are the best ever, and like our business are rocking it. If they're not, if you know there's something more, if you want to change it, start getting real with every area of your life, and write in every area of your life. If I could write from 1 to 10, how am I really living my life? Could I be better at it? Start with that, getting real, getting raw and real in front of the mirror, looking at yourself as nude, and like, this is who I am, this is what I'm feeling, knowing that you can change it, not judging yourself, but knowing that you can change it. So that's the first step. Then do the work to change it, commit, do whatever it takes to change those areas of your life and upgrade them. There's so many ways you can do this, so many teachers, so much even free stuff out there that you can enroll into and do. Like, there's so much, man. There's no excuse. So do the work, whatever it takes, and then start living your ideal reality right now. Like, as I said before, move, walk, speak, breathe, think, just act as if your ideal reality is already happening. That's not faking it, but it's living like your future self. You're living it right now. You're embodying the quantum possibilities, the infinite possibilities. Be them right now. Don't wait till one day you'll be something or somebody, you have something that you don't have right now. Live it right now. Be it right now. Trust that everything that you need to thrive in life is inside of you right now. Stop playing small. Stop conforming yourself and playing mediocre. You're not here to be mediocre. You're not here to play 5%. Play 100%. Play fully in, and life will support you. Always.
Dude, I'm fired up, JuanPa. How do people stay connected with you, man? What do they do next to continue their journey, bro? Tell them how they could do that.
Man, as I said, I would love, like, if they can message me on Facebook. That would be amazing. They can follow me on my fan page too. Instagram is JuanPa Global. I think you can put that in there. I think I sent you that. In Instagram, I give all my Insta stories. I'm always like sharing my biohacks. How's my life? My human stuff too, and how do I deal with it? Like, I'm very raw and real. People can find a human with me, not an enlightened guru, Like, I'm not playing the enlightened guru. I'm human as fuck, but I give insights of what I'm doing with my life, myself, my family, and how I can help them. So they can follow me on that. There's free trainings that I have, tons of free trainings. There's so much they can do. Just reach out. I can give you my webpage too. There's all the information of what I'm doing. There's so much, but just reach out. I love connecting with people. I love this community. I can bring you to my community of infinite possibilities, which it has a lot of stuff going on too. Like, we can do a lot of stuff. I'm doing stuff for men. If you're a man and you want to connect with a brotherhood of men that want to rise together, there's a lot of stuff happening in that community too. So just reach out, man. Right? We'll rise together. That's what this is all about.
Boom. There's all love here, man. JuanPa, you are a freaking champion. Everyone who's listening or watching right now, live or replay, send JuanPa a message and just be like, dude, you're freaking awesome. I love you. Go message him, connect with him. And JuanPa, thank you so much for being here, brother. You are a champion, a leader, spreading the light. I'm looking forward to our journey, diving in even more together, bro. You're doing amazing things. Thank you for being here, man.
Thank you, brother. Thank you so much. I honor and respect you so much, man, and for this, what you're doing for the world. It's amazing, brother. Really, man. Like, honor and respect. Keep shining, keep expanding, and touching millions of people, brother. Love you, man.